Welcome to the Bahrain International Air Show 2016. His Majesty King Hamad is here to greet delegations from 34 countries, while his personal representative, His Highness Sheikh Abdullah, presides over the opening ceremony.
I am pleased to say that this edition of the show is set to be the biggest and best yet. So let me finally take this opportunity to thank you for that and wish you a very successful show. Thank you very much.
Tens of thousands of visitors are arriving at Sakhir Air Base. They have come to experience 3 days of world-class aviation-themed business and entertainment. Bahrain's first show was in 2010, and since then it has grown exponentially.
Today, 4 shows in, the show has actually tripled in size. And the amount of sales and the amount of participation from exhibitors to visitors to sponsors is quite overwhelming, to be honest.
This is a truly international gathering that attracts some of the greatest names in the worlds of aviation and aerospace.
The Bahrain International Air Show has proven itself to be one of the leading international events in the region. This year in particular, the majority of exhibitors and participants are from the international community.
But the show is led by a strong Bahraini team, and the kingdom's armed forces are well represented. Here's the parachute display team of the Bahrain Defense Force Special Forces.
And here comes a magnificent flypast from the Royal Bahraini Air Force.
This is a proud moment for Sakhir's base commander.
Bahraini Air Force is participating in the show, in the static display, and in the air show. We are showing the F-16, the F-5, the Cobra, and of course the Black Hawks.
There is also a wide range of civil aircraft on display. One of these is a Kuwait Airways Airbus A320. This is an unusual appearance because the company has not participated in any airshow display for many years.
Kuwait Airways has specially chosen the Bahrain Air Show as an opportunity to show how the airline is moving forward, introducing new services and becoming more relevant in the GCC and Middle East and beyond. We think this is the perfect air show because it's a little bit smaller than some of the others, but it's very, very intimate in a way. You can speak to your partners in a really meaningful manner. The hospitality is absolutely outstanding, and the air shows have been brilliant. So it's a great show.
Further along the apron, Qatar Airways is showing off an immaculate Airbus A350 with its ultra-wide body style and the wings and fuselage made from plastic, reinforced with carbon fiber. Qatar Airways is the first ever customer for this radical new aircraft.
In a short period of time, Bahrain has become an important event on the aviation calendar. This amazes me because normally an event like this takes several years to get established. But I'm very glad that Qatar Airways is contributing in a very small part to the success of this organization.
This year's show marks the debut appearance of the Indian Air Force's Sarang helicopter display team. The pilot's pre-flight preparation includes a walkthrough version of their actual display.
And they will be simulating exactly what they will be doing in air, on ground. So they will walk in the same way, the way they will do this entire display, so that everybody is sure about what exactly they will do in air.
Stay within your comfort levels. Last day of display. Let's have a good display.
The team is called Sarang, which means peacock in the ancient Sanskrit language. And the peacock is India's national bird. These are Indian-made advanced light helicopters. And the team is here to show off their versatility.
I found it to be a very versatile and performance-oriented aircraft, very easy to fly, very user-friendly. As a helicopter display team, we are concentrating right now more on formation flying and synchronized maneuvers, as you would have seen.
The Sarang team's motto is that if it wasn't for the rotors, we'd be flying even closer to each other. The final flourish is the Sarang split, which leaves a heart floating in the air. Perhaps an echo of the team's feeling for Bahrain.
It's been a very warm welcome, and we consider it a privilege to be performing in the Bahrain International Air Show.
The show's public area is at full capacity, with up to 10,000 visitors in and around the main grandstand.
I'd say the most entertaining part of an air show is when people come and enjoy amazing air displays, and to see this hardware and this machinery do such amazing things. It's quite exhilarating to see these machines do what they do.
From the United Arab Emirates Al Fasan display team. Al Fasan meaning the Knights, the 7-ship formation Aeromaki MB339s.
Al Fasan's team's 7 aircraft represent the 7 unified Emirates.
Radius turn, high G. Stick fully back. Think well and truly within our area, and then when he comes out, it will be round for a negative G push. So he's on high positive G now, blood running down to the big toe. G suit working well, and then goes negative, so it's all going to go the other way. Very uncomfortable. And watch this as they get up to the top. Not the normal thing to do with a jet in a moment. You don't normally do that. Look at that. Tumbling, falling, no aerodynamics at all worth talking about at the moment. Nose falls down, gravity wins, aerodynamics start to work again. Now watch the Solar Man. This is the crazy flying, and it is crazy. Gear down, flap down, slow speed, and doing this with a jet, I mean, crazy. This is a truly fabulous display by Al Fasan. That is just awesome.
Back at the business end of the show, Sakir's vast hangar has been transformed into a busy exhibition hall.
We started with it last show, but this time it's really expanded, so that's doubled in size. And you'll see here today we've got some 134 companies participating, which is a huge growth. And when we originally started, it was just 40 companies.
One organisation here has a particular significance for everyone living in the Kingdom of Bahrain. The Bahrain Airport Company is here to announce more details of its ambitious new development plans.
And we've made significant progress in implementing the airport modernization program, which includes an ambitious plan to build a new terminal building with capacity of 14 million passengers a year. It's a facility that will be 4 times the size of the existing terminal, with all the associated support facilities around it.
The new terminal is scheduled to open in early 2019. It will be a dramatic improvement, faster, more convenient, and better connected. It's a large investment.
The program is going to cost us in total around $1.2 billion. It is probably the largest infrastructure project outside manufacturing in the Kingdom of Bahrain.
There are more big numbers concerning Gulf Air's expansion program. At the media center, the International Press Corps is waiting for some important announcements from the airline.
The deal that we have signed with Airbus, this deal consists of 29 aircraft.
The Airbus order is worth $3.4 billion and will dramatically expand Gulf Air's narrow-body fleet. In another huge deal, Gulf Air also announces a $4.2 billion order with Boeing for a new fleet of 16 of the latest 787 Dreamliners. Out on the runway, it's time to welcome an airshow favorite, an aircraft that plays a vital role for the Royal Bahraini and other air forces across the region. The iconic F-16.
Starting the roll. Afterburner crackling away. It's terrific with the cameras looking down. Big into airborne, gear selected up. Bring the nose up, 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 into the vertical. Do you know how many countries F-16s are with?
No. How many?
26 countries.
26 countries operating F-16s.
Bahrain, Belgium, Chile, Denmark, Egypt, Greece, Indonesia, Iraq and Israel. South Korea, Lockheed Martin themselves, well, they would keep them, wouldn't they?
Yes.
Morocco, Netherlands, Norway, Oman, Pakistan, Poland, Portugal, Singapore, Taiwan, Thailand, Turkey, United Arab Emirates, United States Air Force, United States Navy and Venezuela.
Back in the hangar exhibition hall, the F-16 theme continues at the Lockheed Martin exhibit.
As you know, Lockheed Martin Aeronautics has developed the F-16 over 25 years ago. And we're still selling them today because it's the most proven, most cost-effective fourth-generation fighter in the world.
Lockheed is showcasing a simulator for the Viper, the latest in the long line of F-16 variants. The Lockheed Martin company has been an enthusiastic supporter of each of the 4 Bahrain air shows thus far.
You talk business, but you also talk friendships, partnerships, where we are today with each other and how things are going. So it's a very pleasurable experience, and we enjoy being at the air show.
Meanwhile, Texel Air specializes in charter cargo operations, and the company is making its show debut this year.
Texel Air is a Bahrain-based airline. We've been in operation in Bahrain since 2013. This is the first time we've been at the show. It's an important milestone for us because we're entering a new phase of development in Bahrain. I've been at many shows. I love the feel of it. It's a nice size. It's extremely well organized. We've got some fantastic companies here, great static displays, and it's really showcasing Bahrain as somewhere good to do business within the GCC region.
It certainly is a great privilege to have His Majesty here for the show today. Welcome, Your Majesty. Thank you for your support to this show that has grown superbly under your leadership.
His Majesty King Hamad is greeting the Saudi Hawks in their distinctive green livery. The team is a crowd-pleasing favourite at Zakia.
So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'd like to welcome the Royal Saudi Air Force display team, the Saudi Hawks. That they're performing take them from 300 feet up to about 6,500 feet, speed ranging from about 360 knots at the start down to about 100 knots over the top of the loops. The pilots really have to train hard and really super concentrate to make sure they're using the correct techniques for such skillful work. So here they go. Let's have a massive round of applause, please, for the Royal Saudi Air Force display team, the Saudi Hawks. This is the Helix.
This year, there are 34 nations represented at the show. The largest foreign delegation is from Great Britain, and their visit coincides with a special anniversary.
Well, we're here celebrating the 200th anniversary of the relationship between the Kingdom of Bahrain and the United Kingdom. One of the reasons why we were keen to come here with a big, strong delegation in particular this year to demonstrate to the Bahraini people that this is a relationship that matters to the United Kingdom.
Clearly the show is going from strength to strength. This is my first one, but I know that it's getting larger and more successful each year. Due in large part to the leadership of His Highness Sheikh Abdullah bin Hamad Al Khalifa, who has overseen this great development over the years. We have a lot of companies who are involved in the aviation sector here. BAE Systems have supplied a number of the aircraft which have flown here over the years. So we see this as a very strong and positive relationship, and we look forward to it continuing.
There's another anniversary too. Almost 100 years of Bahraini-UK aviation links, celebrated here with a series of model aircraft.
This iconic Spitfire, a number of these were actually purchased by Bahrain for the Royal Air Force during the Second World War, and they were used to defend the skies here.
This Avro Anson aircraft has a very particular significance to Bahrain.
This was actually used to establish the Gulf Aviation Company, which later evolved to become Gulf Air, so the national airline of Bahrain today. And here we've got the Concorde, which deserves a real special mention because today, in fact, marks the 40th anniversary of the inaugural commercial flight of Concorde.
That first Concorde flight arrived in Bahrain on January the 21st, 1976. It was greeted at the international airport by His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman Al Khalifa. An important moment in Bahrain's aviation history.
We've had a really good show. It's been thoroughly enjoyable. It's been very busy. We've had a constant string of visitors to our exhibits during the whole of the event, ranging from interested parties, but also to a lot of professional visitors, particularly from the Royal Bahraini Air Force.
BAE Systems is the biggest company attached to the British delegation.
So we've brought displays, particularly around the Eurofighter Typhoon, where we have the opportunity to allow people to fly the simulator. And similarly, one of the latest technology that's in the Typhoon is we have gone to put most of the critical displays inside the visor of the pilot's helmet.
Okay, so this is the Striker digital helmet. And as a pilot, what this gives to me is full situational awareness through 360 degrees whilst I'm in the cockpit. So instead of having to look down at the displays in front of me or through the head-up display, which gives the same information looking forwards, now, when I'm wearing the helmet, what I actually do is I get that same information, all of the information you can see here on the screen, I get that through 360 degrees.
A few hundred meters from the BAE stand, Flight Lieutenant Johnny Dowan prepares his Eurofighter Typhoon for a show-stopping display in the skies above Sakhir. But this time, his pre-flight checks are tinged with emotion.
It's a bit of a bittersweet display for me, this one. It's the last one that I'll be doing as my role as the Typhoon display pilot, so it was a great place to come and finish the season, but it's also a little bit sad in the fact that I know that's the last time I'm ever going to be able to display the Typhoon. To physically fly it, it's actually quite straightforward. It's a very simple aircraft to fly. The flight control system looks after you, so I can't really do anything wrong, which makes it very easy to pull the wings off the thing, really, and show just how capable it is. You know, the low speed, the high speed, all the way up to plus 9G. It's quite a brutal aircraft physically. The display itself lasts 10 minutes. And by the time that comes to an end, you're actually quite tired. But it's, it's really rewarding to fly because it is so easy. You can really, really give it some and show everything it can do.
Meanwhile, and by way of contrast to the high-tech Typhoon, another British pilot prepares his aircraft, the Extra 330 SC.
When I get the call confirming the Bahrain show, I'm really excited. My heart races, and I think, right, what can I do new? What haven't I done before? And just bring something new and exciting.
Mark will be performing at dusk with pyrotechnic rockets attached to his plane.
Put them on the wingtip and electrical detonation from the cockpit, and we'll have the sparks streaming from the wingtips. That shouldn't fall off.
As the show moves into its final stages, it's time to assess the overall business impact.
The 2016 version is outstanding in terms of deals signed. The biggest deal was signed between Gulf Air and Boeing with a total value of $4.2 billion. We're expecting by the end of the show today to close around $9 billion of deals signed at the air show today.
The business aspects of the show have been conducted in a very particular Bahraini atmosphere.
What was great today that His Majesty, he visited all the chalets, almost all the companies. They have been excited to meet His Majesty and talk to them about their participation. And I think this is something unique about our air show. You don't see it a lot in other air shows.
As the light goes down over Sakhir, it's time for Mark Jeffries and the other pyrotechnic pilots to bring the 2016 show to a close. Bahrain International Air Show 2016 with one final announcement from His Highness Sheikh Abdullah bin Hamad.
The success of this show and its impact on the economy in the Kingdom of Bahrain has been proven, and we're very excited to announce that we will be signing for an extra 7 shows with Farnborough International, and we couldn't ask for a better partner.